I was always a person who loved a good adventure. I always gave myself a hard time and sort of pushing towards things and situations that were out of my comfort zone. So what I've learned the past year was to rely on my strengths. I had huge anxiety issues 3 years ago that made me so scared of the world. Basically, everything was scary outside of my bubble. And I always wanted to live abroad, but back then, even that scared me to death. So I'm so happy I grew and got over it and finally experienced that. And now I'm so much stronger. A lot of things happened to me while I was in Scotland. Some of them are bad, but still helped me grow, so I don't count them as bad experiences. For example, someone stole my phone in a mall, and I realized that and chased him and got it back. And now this person is arrested. I went to a lot of interviews, most of them didn't result in me getting the job, but now I finally know how to present myself better and talk about my talents and qualities without feeling shy. I don't know if you have this like me, but I hate talking about myself. Getting compliments makes me uncomfortable, but it sucked knowing my value and always underselling myself, and for what? Honestly, I had no idea. Why do I do this to myself? Please be confident because you deserve the world, so I'm glad I got past that. I also learned the hardships of life by experiencing things myself and by listening to other people's stories. People from all around the world made me realize how privileged I grew up, having my family, having a roof above my head. A lot of people don't have these things for granted, and I'm not saying it's bad to have. Also, it's not bad if your family has money and you don't need to work from, let's say, the age of 16. All I'm saying is my parents are very protective, maybe because I am an only child, I don't know, and tried to protect me from all the cruelties of this cold world, but I had to experience these hard times in order to grow and better myself. And in order to do that, I had to be 2,000 or so miles away from them and their protective bubble. But here I am. I even survived the global pandemic while away from a safe haven, and I feel stronger than ever. Now that I mentioned the pandemic, during quarantine, as everyone else, I had the time to reflect, be alone in nature, create more, think more, cook more, and I realized how little the school and university prepares you for this world. But thank God I'm so prepared for any type of exam now. To be fair, school teaches you to be patient, work hard, be punctual, which are all good qualities, not gonna lie. But what about equality? Doing taxes, psychology, stuff you have to deal with all the time when you're a young adult. For example, right now I'm really struggling with embracing mortality and the fact that I won't be here forever, mainly because I've spent so much time studying and doing homework and preparing for exams and for my future career and things like that. I forgot to live in the moment. I'm 24 now, which is young enough to start something from scratch, but old enough to, I don't know, I guess nothing. Everything is just in my head, my insecurities, my anxious thoughts about time running out, right? I'm not gonna say we got to have the answer to everything by the age of 18. To me, it took 6 years, traveling a lot, losing friends, breaking up, finding new friends, losing them again, moving abroad. in order to realize all these things that I mentioned before. And I'm far from wise. I'm just wiser than when I was 18, and that's a good sign of growth. To end this monologue, I'm just gonna include some final thoughts about having always an answer to everything that I wrote a few weeks back while I was kinda pissed. Mostly at myself, I guess. I'm so tired of following social constructs deep in the disgusting ink of capitalism. I was in a family reunion a few weeks back, and I felt that I was treated kind of a lesser intelligent human just because I'm not doing something with my degree, like working in an office or something. At other times, I find myself in need of proving my intelligence by saying to strangers, "Hey, I have a computer science degree," in order to make them think I'm smart, like degrees make you smarter. I was born in a society like this, sadly, having to label my true interest in art and music as a hobby, because that's something that I won't make a living out of. I thought I wanted to be a scientist. I thought that that's the only way to have a career, to make money, to please the people around me and the expectations they had of me. Truth is, there are already enough scientists in the world, and one that's not particularly into it won't change the world. I'm not a money-driven person, so I knew this path that others chose for me. It's not mine to be proud of. Yes, I got the degree finally. At the end, yes, I've proven to myself and the world that I'm good at maths and programming if I try hard and cry a lot. But that's not what your job should make you feel like. You shouldn't feel less smart without a university degree. If anything, smart are the people who know what they want to do in this world. I'm glad I realized this now. I know it's not too late, although it feels like it. Sometimes I just want to turn back time when I was 18, but that's not gonna happen. So what I need to do is act now. And if you want to know what I'm gonna do with my life, don't bother asking, because I will surely let you know when I myself find out as well. I've woken up from my slump and my soul is on fire. Nothing is gonna stop me, because I want it all and I want it now.